Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you the Grand Solar Minimum update. Sunday, February 17th, 1 a.m. Mountain Time. You're looking at Popocatépetl erupting on the 15th in spectacular fashion. There is over an hour of continuous pyroclastic activity for your perusal over at Volcano YTS. Give them a thumbs up. Tell them Diamond sent you. Amazing footage over there. Hours of it. It's like a February free-for-all. We can come over and look at Popo live. 25 watching now. Over at Volcanoverse. Still putting on a show. Not a lot of the lava that we saw earlier, but still quite active. Keep calm. It is boom time. Atmospheric rivers are pulling California out of the drought and piling up the snow. And there's pictures of blue tubes to prove it. Now, these atmospheric rivers ending the drought and piling the snow were never predicted by global warming. However, they were predicted by many climatologists and alternative scientists like myself, Ben Davidson, Adapt 2030. You know who they are. Even Christian Westbrook calling out the grand solar minimum. Stratospheric radiation is on the rise. You're looking at the uptick from March 2015 through August of 2018. Heaviest amounts in Maine and Washington State. These are the northern tier states. Central California having the least uptick. A little less over here. Leave that open. Cosmic rays have reached a new maximum. Cosmic rays are driven by the sun. If you cannot see the direct relationship between the solar cycles in orange and the cosmic rays in blue, then I can't help you. When we come to solar minimum, like here between cycle 23 and 24, cosmic rays peak. And here between 22 and 23, they peak. Here between 21 and 22, they peak. And we are currently peaking in the modern maximum, highest recorded cosmic rays for thousands of years. Modern history. And it's going to continue to increase for another year, at least, before it levels off slightly and dips a little. But it is not going to drop lower than this area where I'm pointing. 4,500. Because you can see the bottoms here have been rising vertically since 1990. Draw a line. The next bottom is up here. And it keeps going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny. Snow causing delays for Sierra travelers, keeping skiers from Tahoe resorts. Whoa, God forbid. They should hemorrhage millions of dollars a day. After all, they do provide thick snow, too thick to plow, for your enjoyment. They do. Look at that. That's somewhere that's closed with really thick snow. Friday, February 15th, photo released by Heavenly Mountain as they were closed. Homeschool now. We don't even have a boom up. That's how unprepared I am. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor booming. To knowledge. Keep calm. It's boom time. That's boom. Where is it? It's not what we wanted. There it is. Boom! And there's your snow boom. Snow your children would never see because they're not allowed to get to the ski resort. It's closed! And my screens are all frozen. Boom! Frozen as they're closed. Black screen. We'll just move on to the next story. Fortunately, it's not loaded. Cosmic rays are increasing worldwide. Maine has quite the slope there, wouldn't you say? Very few data though, so stay away from those small data sets. Snow continues to pummel already buried Sierra. And here a man is in a reflecting pond, wondering why he's there. A man reflects in a puddle at the Ferry Plaza Farmers Market in San Fran. Another snowstorm is expected to blanket the Sierra this weekend, causing significant delays for drivers heading to the Lake Tahoe area for President's Day holiday, people said. The heavy storm system will bury Tahoe under multiple feet of snow, left scars on the Bay Area. Among other disruptions, Marin County is trying to fix days-long levee breach near Highway 37 that has closed the roadway. On Saturday, Marin declared a local state of emergency so it can apply for state federal money to help pay for repair to the storm damage. But because they believe in global warming, there will be no money coming. As much as 3 feet of snow has fallen at some Tahoe area ski resorts since Friday, and more is in store. And that isn't a place where you go buy packs of cigarettes. Heavy snow on the way for parts of Arizona. Say it ain't Sona. There's a picture near Flagstaff Saturday. That was their Saturday, but they don't have recreational legal yet. Here are your winter storm alerts through Monday. Heavy snow has been falling across the Sierra Nevada mountains in California, but now we see it come down across parts of northern Arizona through Monday. Winter storm warnings and winter advisories are now in place from north of Phoenix to Tuba City from Sunday until 11 p.m. Monday, which will be your fun day as your cactuses freeze. In the warning area, 6 to 9 inches of snow is expected with some higher totals up to more than a foot in the advisory. Likely you will see 2 to 4 inches with localized amounts up to 7. It will make travel difficult because, after all, you're in Arizona, where everyone moved to get away from the snow. I guess. Or was that Florida? Better. That was better. This winter could set record for snow removal complaints and violations in Fargo. Is he violating? He's got like some kind of sneaker on here and some sweatpants. Violation. That's not practical. Not practical at all. Neither is the freeze up of this screen. Very impractical. Impractical for our performance at 8 minutes 19 seconds in. Nothing's happening. Boom! Oh, something happened. We've gotten untweaked. Did you hear the cosmic rays are increasing everywhere right now? Extreme cold blame for string of water main breaks in Ohio. According to the Benefontaine Examiner, coming out of Ohio, dangerous cold and winter temperatures brought on by the polar vortex earlier this month caused several water main breaks in the village of Quincy. Minutes from recent council meetings show. They needed to look at the minutes. They couldn't see the frozen breaks in the... Anyway. At its most recent regular meeting, Quincy Council extended a huge thank you for all the individuals that assisted with the multiple water main breaks due to their failing infrastructure that occurred between January 31st and February 3rd, caused by failing infrastructure and shallow pipes. I'm so glad the earth is warming. Record cold streak. Palm Springs goes 88 days without a temperature hitting 80. And people are dying in the streets. They're certainly not burning up. But that's kind of funny. Double rainbow. While we wait for the screen to respond. Okay, we're going to be turning off this Volcanoverse live stream because it could be one of the reasons why we're freezing up. And we'll just take another look at Popo doing its boom boom. And we'll even make it big screen for you and maybe do a little flute solo. 3-4 seconds. That's a G-sharp native flute. Custom made by a native man. And we're saying goodbye to Volcanoverse, but you shouldn't. Get them above 1,000 tonight. Come over and subscribe. Watch a bunch of volcanoes erupting live anytime you're bored. Don't ever say you're bored. That means they won. There is no such thing as boredom. Boredom was created by the society that has made you a slave. Reventador, possible ongoing volcanic ash emissions to 16,000 feet today. If we ever can get out of this. Apparently that wasn't locking us up. Something else is freezing us up. And we're frozen. Damn. Hope I can figure it out. We have like 49 more tabs open. And my cursor is not even moving. And we're not even recording according to the recording. That's insane. I don't know how we can't be recording. Well, we'll have to figure this out. Stick with us. Total black screen. We have no idea what's happening. It's a blackout. 12 minutes in, and there's nothing happening. Clearly we have gremlins upon us. We're back! Like crack, cosmic rays are still increasing. Damn! Flood, severe weather dangers to ramp up in southeastern U.S. this midweek. While rivers are already rising, a new storm will further heighten the risk of flooding and severe weather across the lower Mississippi and Tennessee Valley around the middle of the upcoming week. After the weekends, with rain further soaking the ground and slowing travel across the Tennessee Valley and the Carolinas, more wet weather will quickly return midweek, which will make you tweaked. And that'll be flood warnings and watches and more frozen screens and barely anything happening. We'll get to the GFS model after we talk about 7 to 9 inches of rain in northern Atlanta. Holy macaroni. As of Friday, meteorologists forecast parts of North Georgia could see more than half a foot of rain. Atlanta's probably somewhere, I don't know where it is. Right there? Oh, there it is. You're in the 5 to 7 inch belt, Atlanta, just south of there. Enjoy the sun while you have the chance. After a picturesque Saturday weather, wet weather is forecast across North Georgia over the next several days, bringing inches, cinches of inches, 2 to 9 inches from south to north. That's your forecast. Let's check the GFS model for total snowfall. None hitting Georgia. Little tippy touch on South Kakalaki, but we have heavy snow showing in North Carolina mountains. And that's going to start to build on Tuesday. Right there. Midday Tuesday into Wednesday night, heavy snow will fall in western North Carolina and move up the northeast. Second system will add insult to injury in Pennsylvania next weekend. But let's talk about the next few hours. We have a system moving through Iowa, which is the center of the crosshairs, the next 36 hours, putting down a nice blanket across the entire state, southern Minnesota, South Dakota, eastern Nebraska. And then the heavy snow moves into Arizona. Take a look at this. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all the way down through Tucson into Mexico through February 19th. So there's your Arizona snow. I know it's going to blow starting in the north Monday, Tuesday. There's your lose day. And we're going to be picking up a heavy swath in the Four Corners region, specifically on the state line here in Colorado, New Mexico, which is where I live, right north of this 12. Right there in the white. Oh my. Light to moderate snows throughout the Cascades and the Sierras, all the way down towards the coast here. Just a general blanket of global warming goodness across. Through February 27th, buried in the northeast, buried in the southwest, buried in the northwest, buried in the Central Plains. Those are the models. Current snow depth, this is not a model. This is reality. February 16th. There's your northeast. If you live in northern Maine, you're buried. Northern New Hampshire, northern Vermont showing good snowpack. And snow for the southwest mountains and the northern plains and northeast is called for on Sunday. More significant storm to impact the eastern states next week. Bringing that pack up. Pack it up. A storm crossing the southwest states will bring heavy mountain snow Sunday into Monday. Further east, a separate storm will track from the central plains to the mid-Atlantic, bringing a swath of ice and snow along. And north of it, storm tracks Sunday into Monday, which will not be a fun day. Next week, a stronger storm is expected to produce heavy rain over the southeast with snow and ice from the Midwest to the northeast. Winter storm watches and warnings in purple and pink surround the continent. Through central Appalachia, the entire Midwest, South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana. Heads up, northern Arizona. Big winter here. Sierra's up to the blue screen. Never saw that before. Let's talk a little bit more about cosmic rays reaching a new maximum. Here we are at the Watchers. Heavy rain hits parts of Zimbabwe, breaks 42-year-old record. 60 gold miners feared dead today. Heavy rain resulting in flooding above crashes and high water rescues around Las Vegas Valley, Nevada yesterday. Atmospheric river dumping rain on California continues today. On and on. Picking it up. We're fluxing it down. Now, some nonsense coming from Strange Sounds. No, this is not what snow looks like in hell. It's what snow looks like if you've moved to hell. Just downwind of the coal-fired power plant and other pollutants that the country doesn't give up, that your children breathe. It's not eerie black snow, Strange Sounds. It's polluted black snow. Your headlines are misleading and do not help anyone. Seismic update. Bunch of quakes just disappeared right before your very eyes. Thanks, USGS. We caught it. Old Faithful 3.1 kicking off there. All the fearmongers telling you all that Yellowstone's going to erupt. It's nonsense. 3.3 in Fillmore, Utah. None of this is out of the ordinary. All natural variability that we're watching. Couple of 5.0s in Japan. Rattling some nerves, I'm sure. 4.6 in New Mexico. No other quakes of note. Now, we're about to peak. The solar polar magnetic fields, the sun's magnetic fields are about to peak. And when that happens, we're going to be looking for a major seismic event, 8.2 or greater, and there will be an uptick in the coming weeks. This drought is bad news for things to come. As the magnetosphere wanes and as we enter the grand solar minimum, these solar minimums in the historic past have provided some deadly results, including the New Madrid slip. That's all the way back in 1811. So, no news is good news, but there will be bad news shortly. Satellite images reveal interconnected plumbing system that caused the Bali volcano to erupt. A team of scientists led by the University of Bristol has used satellite technology provided by the ESA, the European Space Agency, to uncover what the Agung volcano in Bali erupted in 2017 after 50 years of dormancy. It's apparently connected to another volcano, which makes it a double boom boom scenario moving forward. Read the abstract. Worldwide volcano news update. Reventador, volcanic ash, 16,000 feet, Novatos de Chillán, puff emissions, puff pass. Sakurajima, volcanic ash is not identifiable. Karaminch, Popo, we knew it, we saw it. We boomed it. Sakurajima, Nevados de Chilan, Kadavar, Karaminsk, on and on. Check the link below, Volcano Discovery. .link.volcano. Eliminating cow farts and 4 more bold promises in AOC's new Green Deal. We love you, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And if you get divorced and remarried, we probably won't be able to pronounce your entire name. However, I digress. The highly anticipated new Green Deal is here, and it's packed with very lofty goals, including goals that promise no more cows, which apparently no one investigated anything about. So, we will, because others won't. And we'll make you wait, because we can. Because you have nothing else to do right now. Beef, it's on the menu. According to newly published research by Glatzley, who has written over 100 scientific papers and 2 textbooks, there is no scientific evidence whatsoever that domestic livestock could represent a risk for Earth's climate. Can you believe that? Someone didn't write a paper. That's just BS. There is no paper coming from anywhere. There is. Wait for it. We're reloading it. That's not good news. You better read it twice. New research is providing what we've known all along. It's now our job to spread the research far and wide. In Printed in Climate Dispatches, Glatzley writes, our key conclusion is there is no need for anthropogenic emissions of greenhouse gases, and even less so for livestock-borne emissions, to explain climate change. New research, methane emissions from livestock have no detectable effect on the climate. Thank you, new Green Deal farce, fake deal, new fake deal, based on nothing but made up lies. Methane emissions from livestock have no detectable effect on the climate. Huh. I wonder if that means it doesn't affect it. Is that what that means? I wonder if cosmic rays? Okay. Ancient Earth's weakened magnetic field may have driven mass extinction. You think? When our planet's magnetosphere nearly disappeared 565 million years ago, it may have taken almost all life with it. Yes, the operative word there is almost all. Because we continue to get better and better. Every debacle, true polar wander, may have caused the Ice Age. Well, you think? We've been talking about this paper since it came out. Read it. Links are below. A couple more awesome things to talk about before we close up here. Homeschool now. There's no other place for your children. Now, we've been talking about these two twins. Year in space puts U.S. astronaut disease defenses on alert. He's okay. He's not so okay. He's different. Space made him a little sexier than this guy. Look at that. You go, Space. Space, the new sexifier. Get set for Super Snow Moon next week. The biggest supermoon of the Super Snow Moon event of the year. No thanks. A super moon, the largest supermoon of the super snow year, will shine over the North Carolina skies and many other skies on Tuesday, February 19th. Yeah, that's just 3 days, kids. According to Fox News, the moon will rise at 5:46 p.m. Eastern Time and set at 7:35 a.m., giving you the entire night to witness the glory of the super snow moon next week or in 3 days. However you want to deal with it. Now we have a special treat for you tonight, coming from the king of plasma universe science, Anthony Peratt's book, which retail costs hundreds of dollars. I have the PDF here, and it's not loading. Nope, it's just not going to load. Okay, we'll give it one more chance and we'll come back to it. I'll leave you the link below. It will load for you. Zombie deer disease is in 24 states, and thousands of infected deer are eaten each year in these states. Now, thankfully, my state is one of the major states affected, but not my region. This is where chronic wasting disease, or zombie deer disease, is in the U.S., affecting free-ranging deer, elk, and moose, which we have tons of up in the north here, especially in Wyoming. And that is the main area. Now I'm down here in Archuleta County, way down here. Good separation. But if you live in any of these blue counties and you're shooting deer, elk, or moose, and you're going to eat it, you might want to think twice. I don't know if there's a way to test for zombie deer disease, but I certainly wouldn't want to feed it to my family. Now, here's the PDF that you've been waiting for. Physics of the Plasma Universe. Now, if you Google this, the cheapest way you can get it on Amazon is like $110. And there's another paperback for $140. But don't fret. The PDF is linked below and you can read the text for free. Open source. Don't share it with anyone. Don't sell it. Don't tell anyone where you got the link. Just read it. Anthony Patriot, who was just at Observing the Frontier with my friend Ben Davidson. Excellent conference. And for those of you that are commenting that I have some kind of vendetta against Ben, it couldn't be further from the truth. Ben Davidson is a legend. He's a legend of legends in the alternative science community, sticking up for the small guy and sticking his neck out for all of you. Now, the fact that Ben and I don't agree on everything is wonderful. It's brilliant. It's called science. The only scientists that all agree in the same room are employed by NASA, NOAA, and the IPCC. And no one would ever actually tell you what they think because they'll be fired and they'll lose their retirement fund and their prestige and all that BS that goes along with it. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them. And scientists should all agree to disagree. That's how we've been doing it for millennia. When I gave talks at the USGS Northeast General Conference, none of those people believed what I'm saying until I walked out in the hallway, and they were all my best friend. It's how science works. We all need our own opinion. It's for you to decide what to believe. Now, Ben and I are some of the rare scientists that base our observations on facts. That's all I'll have to say on that topic. I heard OTF is going swimmingly, and Anthony Patriot, author of this book, made a surprise appearance. Yes, Anthony L. Patriot, Physics of the Plasma Universe, with 208 figures. One of the most important books you'll ever read, if you want to know what's really going on. The purpose of this book is to address the growing recognition of the need for plasma physics in astronomy. In fact, astrophysicists and astrophysics has contributed to the growth of plasma physics, especially in the field of plasma waves. Not only that, Anthony Patriot was the one to make the connection between the unexplained petroglyphs worldwide and plasma discharge features, which he was creating in Los Alamos laboratories at the very same time he made the connection. Just an amazing sequence of events. Zombie deer disease, not so amazing. Now, Washington State House Committee passes a bill to ban personal philosophical vaccine exemptions. That means if you live in Washington State, not only do you have the potential to be washed away by a giant tsunami or destroyed in a 9.0 or greater Cascadia rupture, and the failing infrastructure and the ruptured Anyway, if your children go to public schools, they are going to be mandatory vaccinated. Yeah, mandatory vaccinations coming to a state near you. Definitely not Colorado. So, definitely not. Definitely homeschool. Do it now. Cosmic rays are increasing. They won't teach that in 5th grade, 8th grade, or 9th grade. Cosmic rays have reached a new maximum. Won't be taught in 10th grade, 11th grade, or 12th grade. It will be taught every day in homeschool. Grow the facts. Grow the knowledge. Grow your own food. Grow your own children. Grow your own school at home. Grow your own weed, for God's sake. Do it now. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. Special shout out to Observing the Frontier 2019, just south of us. We're buried here. I couldn't make it. I'm also trying to make a baby. Ben Davidson is a colleague and a friend. He's not an enemy. We're not in a battle. We're not rappers. We agree to disagree, the way all good scientists should. I'm willing to debate him anytime on the topic. Mano y mano. That's the way all scientists work. We show up, we show our data, and that's it. That's all you get. That's how it works. It's not that exciting. But the topics we study, whoa, that's a boom. Be safe. We love you. Subscribe to Magnetic Reversal News now. Links below.